So I mentioned a few days ago on the Kona Hey video that I'd like to collect some of the Kona custom frames. So the first two I want to talk about are the two Kus that I own. So these are quite recent purchases. So I have a 1997 in the orange and a 1998 or 1999, depending on how you look at it, Ku in this bright green. Now both these frames are super rare. There's probably around about 40 to 45 that we know about. So if you check out the retro bike, which I can put a link to, register of the Ku frames, you can check how rare they are on there. A lot of them are cracked as well, so it's quite rare to get two that are uncracked. Now the 97, this orange one, is Eastern Elite taper wall, very similar to a Manitou, obviously well known for cracking. The frame is in reasonable condition, obviously a little bit of rub marks on the chainstay, but I do intend to keep the paint obviously original. It'll be built up with XT, XTR, maybe some bombers, some Judy SLs, probably a bright sort of colour scheme, maybe some green wild grippers. Try and keep this one really bright and vibrant. The 98-99 Ku, I'm probably going to build with some race face, maybe some Avid Supremes if I can find a pair. Try and keep this one a bit more of a boutique sort of spec. Now the 98-99 frames are again very rare because a lot of them did end up getting crushed. So this one's a bit of a rarity. This one came all the way from Canada from a great guy. Bought this one probably about a month or so ago now. My intention, like I say, is to build this one up with the most high-end sort of Canadian parts I can. A lot of race face, a lot of syncross, that sort of thing, you get the idea. To keep it a nice high-end boutique build and obviously make it a little bit different. So the orange one. Now if you check out the link you can read a little bit more about the Ku. I'm not ever so knowledgeable on Kona, obviously I've learnt little bits along the way. The 97 is distinguishable because it doesn't have the chainstay bridge. So obviously most of the Kona frames that you'll come across like coolers have that. So people do tend to paint the coolers sometimes to look like a Ku. Obviously that's a good way of IDing one of these without the chainstay bridge. The 98 one does have the chainstay bridge because obviously they changed factories at that point, but obviously it does have a lot of differences to the coolers of that year. Also this one has a replaceable mech hanger, this one has a fixed one, this one has a butted head tube, this one has a normal head tube. So there is differences. So they did change obviously as they changed factories. But check out the link that I'll put in this video to obviously read up about it, because like I say, my knowledge isn't 100% on Kona as it is with GT. There you go.